Are you just the physical body, or is there more to you? In the ancient yogic traditions, the wisdom tells you that there are 5 layers that you can go through to achieve happiness and bliss. So let's talk about that today. It's called Kosha. Kosha means sheath. So basically, when you take a look at this image, the outermost layer is how you identify your friend or anybody. So it's basically that physical body that you see, which is muscles, bones, organs, skin, the body that you can see and touch. Anna basically means food. So because the body is literally created and sustained by food that we eat, this is the layer we tend to focus on the most. We exercise it, we feed it, we look at it in the mirror, and then you worry about how you look and how it feels. But yoga teaches us that this is only the beginning of who you are. The next layer is pranamaya kosha, your energetic body. This is the layer of your life force energy. Your breath is one of the most powerful ways you experience this energy. Have you ever noticed that when you're anxious, your breathing changes? Or when you're relaxed, your breathing changes? And when you slow your breath down, suddenly your entire state begins to change. And that's because you're not only affecting your physical body, but you're working with your energy body. And this is why pranayam, yogic breath, it's so important and it can be so powerful. This energy inside is what makes your digestive system work, your respiratory system work, your excretory, your digestion, the bloating and the gases and all these things that happens in the body. It's all because of this energy. How you've eaten the food and your body's being nourished, now it's breaking down, and through breathing, everything is processing internally. Let's take a look at the third layer. It's the mental and emotional body called the manomaya kosha. This is the layer of the mind, the thoughts, the emotions, and your sensory impressions. This is where so many of us spend most of our lives thinking, planning, remembering, worrying, reacting. The mind is constantly interpreting everything happening around us. And when this layer becomes overstimulated, we can feel anxious, scattered, emotionally exhausted, or completely disconnected from ourselves. One of the purposes of yoga and meditation is to begin to quiet this layer, because when you don't, there is so much noise underneath it all, and you have to find a way to quieten. It comes to be because of all your experiences in your life. Maybe you've had some trauma or you've had a great childhood. It's telling you, it's giving you all the rules of the game for your life. But what do? You go and play and mess around because the mind is like, oh no, let's watch one more movie tonight. Or let's eat one more piece of junk food before we go to bed. And then you can't sleep because of sugar and the mind is overstimulated. There's so many things happening. The more we process information and we keep thinking and thinking and thinking, the bigger it gets. So the idea is quieten everything down. This is where you can start to see the positive effects of yoga here, because when you start to quieten down, you start to have your flow of your breath, everything starts to align, everything starts coming in order. Let's take a look at the higher intellect. The fourth layer is the vijnanamaya kosha. This is your deeper wisdom, discernment, and intuition. And I sometimes describe this as the part of you that knows before the mind starts arguing with it. You know those moments when something inside you is quietly saying, this is right, or this isn't right. The difference between the mind and the higher intellect is that the mind is based on the 5 senses. Whatever you see, it's reacting, it's constantly processing this. But beyond that is the higher intellect. The higher intellect knows this is the truth about you. It's your highest potential. This is the right thing for you to do. Don't eat these foods because the last time you ate it, remember what happened. So this time, choose wisely. Or your habits, what time you need to wake up, what time you need to go to sleep. That's different from the endless chatter of the mind. It's a deep intelligence, and the quieter we become, the easier it is to hear this beautiful space that always knows what's best for you. This is why I talk so much about coming out of the noise of the mind and learning to listen inwardly. And now the very last is the bliss body. You can see this image has the heart space opening with light coming out of it. And this is the anandamaya kosha. And finally, we come to this bliss body. This isn't just happiness because something wonderful happened today. It's much deeper than that. It's the experience of peace, wholeness, and connection that exists beneath and all of everything that's going on in your life. You may experience glimpses of it during deep meditation or in nature, or if you're praying, or you're in love, or in those rare moments when the mind becomes completely still and you simply just are yourself. And beyond these 5 layers is the deepest self, the consciousness, witnessing all of it. So when we practice yoga, we're not simply stretching the physical body. We're moving through these layers. We care about the body. We regulate our energy. We quiet the mind. We awaken our inner wisdom. And eventually, we begin to remember the peace that was underneath everything all along. That is one of the deeper purposes of yoga. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about removing the layers of noise so that you can experience who you already are. And maybe that's something for you to reflect on today. Which layer of yourself have you been living in the most? Are you caught in the physical body, the mind, the emotions, or are you beginning to hear that deep wisdom within you? Because the journey of yoga is ultimately a journey inward, and the deeper you go, the closer you come home to yourself. The koshas are a beautiful way of understanding who we are, where our mind is, and what we can do to change ourselves. In the next video, I'm going to talk about Ayurveda. And the very first layer, annamaya kosha, which is the food aspect of things, that's where we look at Ayurveda, because Ayurveda can tell you your mind body type. And it is a whole science. It's over 5,000 years old that helps you to understand what annamaya kosha is all about. And pranamaya kosha is a secondary that helps you breathe. So the difference between Ayurveda and yoga is that Ayurveda, you can look at it like the internal medicine part of it that tells you this is your physical body makeup: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Which are the dominant factors, the imbalances? Once you understand that, you can find ways to bring more balance into your life. You live a much healthier and happier life, no matter what's going on around you. Yoga is the practice that takes you way beyond this physical form. It taps into your higher consciousness to help you attain that ultimate bliss, that ultimate peace. So, yoga is not some power asana poses. Yoga is not just forcefully breathing or doing something that your body's not ready to do. It is all a gentle flow to take you wherever you are on this journey, to own yourself, to love yourself, embrace yourself, and come home to your own heart. And with that, we'll see you in the next video, and make sure that you've subscribed and follow along, because a lot of good stuff's coming through, and I would love for you to be on this journey with us. So come join us.